Okay, combining the blocks in cascade means series. Two blocks are connected in series with the help of input. So A input which is going to reach G1, AG1, we will get AG1, that AG1 which is going to reach G2 block. So finally we will get AG1, G2. This category is going to be combining the blocks in cascade means A into G1, G2 which is going to receive A, G1, G2. This is cascade block. Second thing is combining parallel blocks. So two blocks are connected in parallel with the help of summing point. So we can remove that summing point A into G1 plus G2 block. So AG1 plus AG2. Third rule is moving the branch point ahead of the block. So after the block we can move the branch point. That moment we will achieve AG into one branch point. Under that branch point 1 by G block is put across that G. Okay, fourth is moving the branch point before the block. Here I noted down that AG1 going to in front of that G block. So that G is present here. Fifth one is moving the summing point ahead of the block. Here one summing point in front of the system, that summing point moving ahead of that G system. Seamless, we receive each point having each system. Okay. Sixth rule is moving the summing point before the block. When the summing point moving before the block means 1 by G1 is comes across that summing point. Seventh one is interchanging the summing point. So starting AB input of summing point is there. Second summing point is C input coupled with that. So these two summing point interchanging without any value changes. Eighth one is splitting the summing point. So one summing point having three inputs A, B, C. Now we want to plan to separate or splitting the summing point accordingly. AB is one summing point, C is another summing point without any changing value. Ninth one is combining summing point. So two summing point is separately placed. That two summing point is suppressed as a one summing point with the help of this black diagram algebraic rules. Finally, elimination of feedback loop. This elimination feedback loop is one summing point given the system and that system produced one output. That output going to be fed to the summing point input. This is feedback system. Here we are consider feedback system having plus means positive feedback system. Feedback system H is negative, minus means this is